Let's go. Ancestral Crypt this time. I guess like here. What the Lumberjack do again is cutting stuff down for us every round. Every expedition I take and come back, they are helping. Okay. Vampire Mansion in order to get a couple more enemies early on in this area. I like it. I like it. Early vampire fights are good ones, especially when I already have a suburbs. Again, suburbs are going to want to build like a whole block. And the rivers... I want to do basically the same thing I did last time. So... if the river goes... is that too close? Can the river even go there? Oh, it can, but then things can't go on the opposite side of it. So I do want it to go here. So it's... So that's where the river is going to start. And then ultimately it's going to go up, loop around some object here, make its way down there, and then up. And I'll have the bridges and reeds. Doing okay in yourself, stamina. So if that's our path, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if that's our path, then the suburb needs to go here. Immediately got a river. Super enthused about that. Also, our second suburb. So now we're getting 3 bonus EXP every single time we kill an enemy. We've got another slime here, and then another vampire next to it, another slime, another vampire. This is set up. This run is set up to do things. Capital T. Also going to get a extra grimoire out there. I don't really need the attack speed as much as I need the higher skeleton level and defense. Another suburb, another river? Hell yes. So the river, yeah, cuts over immediately. So another suburb there. Summon quality of 13%. Ridiculously low. Hopefully I start finding as many positive skeletons as I found last time, as quickly as I found them last time. My god. And then the thickets can go on this side. This is going perfectly. So our river is going to be snaking between thickets and the suburbs. The suburbs will eventually be building towns out in this area. The bonus EXP is ridiculously high. We might get level 2 on our first loop. And the necromancer as a character is just... Ooh, summon quality? Yes. Just going to increase our summon quality as much as I can there. And the necromancer as a character is just absolutely obsessed with getting early traits, because their traits a lot of the time have scaling abilities as they summon more skeletons or do more loops. I would love to get a bookery out. I'm gonna pop it there, pop the expedition speed down so that I can manage to hit both of these. Thicket go here, suburb go here, and then we're only refreshing one on the other side. I'm so proud of this early run that I'm very scared. Instead of being excited, I've immediately moved to mortified that it lost. And it hasn't even lost yet. Yet. Hey Shanika, good to see you. Unfortunately, we don't get any of the scaling things as our first level here, but we can have the first 2 skeletons summoned in a day being strengthened, which seems pretty good. Surveyor would kill me if I had swamps, though. You can end up trying to do a 3x3 town. We'll try and do that over the course of this eventually. $19 bonus experience every time we kill an enemy. Can I please have more enemies, game? Just spawn a slime on every space at the same time. I'll be fine. Oh god, maybe I wouldn't be. Certainly not looking at the outcome there. So this is a thicket. This is a thicket. Forests just get renewed. I am so infinitely glad to hear that, Shinika. There was some part of my brain that was like, do you say is congratulations the right word? That was constantly trying to figure out what to say, but I am infinitely glad to have heard. That man should go near Bookery, probably. Witch's hut can go here. One more suburb for another town. Forest for a forest. Not really gonna want to play that one. Will want to play the thicket though. Thankfully we immediately pause after battle. Hey, an amulet of max skeletons. Coming up, Millhouse. So the thicket is going to be the one that I place there and loop the river entirely around. And the battlefield has to be here. Suburbs are going great. Yeah, I'm just gonna flood out the left side of that. I think I got enough bonus experience to be happy with basically any following result after this point too. The off-road towns are suburbs. They were unlocked by increasing the level of the gymnasium, which previously gave us the village. The suburbs can only be placed next to other suburbs if those already exist and increase the experience gained from killing enemies by 1. If one of them is surrounded north, south, east, west with suburbs, then it becomes a town, giving us 2 experience from killing enemies. And if it's adjacent to a river, it gets doubled as well. So we're working with 24 bonus experience every time we kill an enemy, and we have our 2nd level already. +1 to the maximum number of skeletons, sure. The necromancer seems like they would disproportionately benefit from having all of these different level ups because of the scaling traits they can get. Haven't gotten either of the scaling traits yet, but we'll get them. These towns should assure it. That's just fuel for the Bookery. They're just pages, they don't know it yet. Shame that that really good amulet is not as good as max skeletons +1 right now. Cemetery. Am I gonna want... Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't have taken cemeteries with me. Yeah, that's just book fuel. This river immediately gives us 2 experience. This suburbs also gives us 2 experience. 1 itself, 1 by turning this into a town. My god. The experience is actually snowballing out of control. We are only really being kept aloft right now by our active traits. They are the real powerhouses for us. It's like a piece of equipment that I have equipped at all times that is not contributing to my slots. A ring of 3 defense and 8 attack speed. Attack speed is not that important to us, again, because we have the thickets that'll provide that for us. I've been waiting for another bookery. Oh my god, another level as well? Why? When an allied skeleton kills an enemy, it fully heals itself and gets a 10% damage and HP buff for the rest of the battle. Probably not good. Edge of Impossible, not that good. Horde. Each loop, 3 higher quality skeletons join the hero's side. They persist between battles. Sure, I really didn't want that, but fine. Ring of higher skeleton level by a very small amount. I'm gonna drop my quality ring. Sorry, my number of skeletons amulet. I need some more quality. These like double the grimoire level. There we go. Full overhaul. I can only have 3 skeletons at the moment, unfortunately, though. This bookery should go here. Actually, that's like an ideal position for a bookery. But I should slow down the the expedition speed, otherwise I will screw that up. So this is going to loop there, there, there. So these are thickets as well. Oh my god. The game is being so generous. So ridiculously generous. And now we can up the expedition. The expedition speed, sorry. Exhibition speed? Every time. So that'll transform our shipwreck now. The shipwreck is going to be spawning the siren. The siren will absolutely beat our ass, but they will also give us the best equipment in the game. I guess I am going to need more space for the suburbs after this point. How many suburbs do I want to put down? It's possible that, like, I'm almost done. Because they will have a diminishing returns. This run isn't going to be ridiculously long. Yeah, I think I might have already hit diminishing returns in terms of the space that I can otherwise use for other things. As well as, you know, the effect per edition. Should also build some swamps. So this is going to be my 3rd swamp. Okay, so then I'm going to want to build the witch's hut immediately afterwards. So swamp go here, witch's hut go here. That counted and gave us a healing potion as well. Max skeleton +1. That's all it does? Yeah, I guess that's still worth it actually at the moment. versus the only skeleton quality. So that, I would just cut that off and we would stop using suburbs at all. I'm happy with that, actually. I think I need to stop myself actively from using them as well, otherwise I will just end up using them. Another vampire mansion in this position's not bad, but it's also not necessary. Yeah. We can cycle more stuff here. We've got the bookery, after all. So there's our bridge, there's our second reed, another thicket, and then we just finish out the 2 remaining positions for the suburbs. Swamps, I want these in the adjacencies of the witch's hut so that she can kill all of the enemies for me. We will meet a fishman. It will happen. Good lord, that's a huge amount of thickets as well. Summon quality and defense, thank you. Or summon quality and level, rather. Way more important. I was gonna put the other river immediately north, so I'm gonna need an Oblivion first in order to destroy that village. Is it a fishman or a fisherman? Well, which of us is which depends on how it goes, I think. I believe they are a fishman and we are a fisherman. Or, sorry, we are a fishman-er man. Huge upgrade in book there. Monumental. We may end up losing this because we don't get an Oblivion card in time, but that's okay. These are amulets of much higher magic shield, and I do want magic shield, but... Or similar magic shields, but lose the level. Okay, fine. We have managed to level up, though. Ambitions of the Dead. Oh my god! Can you give me one of the scaling ones? I know they exist. I swear. Laying down one's life, any damage directly dealt to the hero will be evenly split between him and his skeletons. Ambitions of the Dead as well. I'm gonna take Ambitions of the Dead because I hope that works with the Horde higher quality skeletons that are persisting. It fully heals itself, and it also gets 10% damage and an HP buff. Those only last for the rest of the battle, but the full heal of self, maybe it makes them more, gives them a lot more endurance. Definitely don't want regen per second. Yeah, we have to take that. It's just too much higher level at the moment to turn down. Another battlefield. I always end up wanting even to destroy the first one. I don't think I want another battlefield. Do I? Ghosts have souls, and souls give me 3 max HP every time I kill one. I don't know, maybe I do want another battlefield. Ooh. Interesting suggestion, Chaos Treader. You could go down with the river instead of up and meet those thickets. So that would go there, there, there. And then it would also give me another line available for thickets. Curve around. Can't immediately go back up. Won't have the ability. No. Is this good? It's nice to gird those thickets, but I will also have other thickets that I'm placing up in this area, but also it's not like it's escaping without risk. What I'm saying is, if it goes along the bottom line here, a lot of the spaces are going to be lost because it's on the bottom edge, but that's also the case up here at the top, so yeah, let's do this. And also we can get rid of these river cards before we get to the bookery. Huge outcomes right there for us. Great suggestion. I tried to pause it. We have an Oblivion. Still gonna destroy the woods up there. Even more suburbs. I can't use any of these. A river, another thicket, which we can just put on the other side of the rivers there. And another bookery. Gonna want to keep this pretty close to the other vampire mansion as well. Refresh a suburb in order to get bookery. Do I want to throw a bookery in the map? Probably not. Thicket? Worth it. So this is going to go one space down and then constantly across. No, one space across, then one space. Yeah, that's the best way to get as much as possible out from the rest of this river. That's going to be a bad voice, but I was going to do that for the fish, man.
Hey, dwellers, so far from home waters. Is this one of your conquests against the land?
Oh, wait, that's their voice. Oops. Sea dwellers, so far from home waters. Is this one of your conquests against the land? I don't understand you. And if I hear a language, I can't remember it, that means I never knew it. But if you can understand me, help me or get out of my way. So, can I pass or not? So what am I supposed to do? I don't want to provoke a conflict. Oh! Great, that uncertainty was killing me. Different units. Okay, so one of them is the Siren, but we also have what looks like... Fishman, Master of Battle, fills attack bar to 2/3 after missing a hit. We, I think, are about to die. Because the Siren has 2 fishmen on her tile. I didn't think about that. I should have thought about that. Because those fishmen, like the Siren is way worse. Specifically if she has support. And this just looks like a lot of support for her. My god, we get a lot of materials though already. High summon qualities, or some evasion and regen per second, don't want that. No regen per second, thank you for me. Where do they even come from? The ocean's so very far from here. It doesn't even exist anymore, to be honest. The New World would have been better off without them. But I guess it's not my place to decide who can exist and who can't. I'm trying to save the entire world, not just parts of it that I like. Remarkable rings here. I would lose max skeleton +1, unfortunately. But in doing so, I would gain good summon quality. It's also some evasion and skeleton level. Definitely replacing this one. I don't know if I replace for the max skeleton over there yet. I think I do. More vampire mansions available to be built. More swamps, more importantly. Yeah, I mean, that vampire mansion just includes the rest of them in the adjacency effect. More than happy with that. Welcome, Max Skeleton. Your assistance helped us in the Wasteland battle quite effectively. Even more forests, fine. It's good, we got early bookeries. I don't have to worry. Too many suburbs, though. Another battlefields. I mean, this one would actually instantly become a shipwreck as well. We have huge tiles of effect. Oh, that's awful. The Skelly stumbling along with us is really cute. It feels like I'm walking... You know those one-man bands? The kind of like puppet show one-man bands? Like someone wears an outfit that effectively duplicates their body 2 times to the left, 2 times to the right, and they have a bunch of different articulation points that are connected together. And they dance as though they have 4 companions. Very much getting that vibe. An amulet of much higher magic shield, some defense, a little bit of evasion, a little bit of skeleton level. Still all pretty low, unfortunately. Okay, this ring's too good to not replace one of the ones we have at the moment. We'll replace the one with the higher evasion. Oh, but it's got regen! It's fine. Not my entire map is swamps yet. It will be soon, but not yet. A river and a thicket. Wait, this will help me replace the evasion ring, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll lose my regen per second, but get the defense back instead. Yeah, the last one's going to go down and across again, so this can be a thicket too. Oh, I'm so ready for these bookeries. There's another river, another swamps. Very, very generous of them. We get another witch's hut for the effect. If I use the witch's hut, unfortunately, we will lower our maximum healing potions again. So I think I'm just going to let that one cycle. I only really wanted one of them so that I can interact with the witches a couple more times, see if I can get any more story out of them. What? Oh, why does it have to have regen? This ring is otherwise perfect. It's summon quality 24%, it's some skeleton level, and it is max skeletons. It's otherwise perfect. Why does it have to have regen? I'll still use it, but I'm gonna be mad. Do I want to get another bookery and well, I definitely get the river. So the river's just going to go along the bottom line the entire way until it starts being able to kick back up. So this position. Another swamp up here. I think I put the bookery down, but I think I put it here. So it's not in my near upcoming future, but that's just a really good position for it. Again, unfortunately, has regen on it, kind of killing that as a tool for us. Let him keep cycling. Residual heat. Each allied skeleton heals the hero for 3x loot HP when it dies. That's gonna kill me, right? In a swamp, that would instantly kill me. Counterattack. A lot of my decisions are being made around the working case of I die otherwise, which is maybe not great. I do want another bookery, and this position is actually fine for it, I think. But then I have to figure out what the Oblivion's immediately going against. First in mind for me is destroying the shipwreck already. Largely because the amount of fishmen there will just eventually kill me. Another Bat Mansion, go on the inside corner there? Or the outside corner here? Eventually I'm going to want basically every tile covered with a Vampire Mansion. At least one. That'll have to do for the moment. So that's a village immediately spawning next to both a bookery and a vampire mansion. We'll destroy that as soon as we can. Yeah, I'm happy to refresh a card. Fine. Speaking of killing that as soon as we can, hello Oblivion. Goodbye to the city. And then I can start building thickets where I know they're going to be multiplied again. 136 attack speed just out of this. It's a shame to lose the Siren. You're right. She is very, 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 very powerful. Which is unfortunately exactly why we need to lose her. I was almost certain she was actually going to kill me there. Not when the fight started, but before I had gone to it, I was pretty sure I was walking to my death. Happy to not have. +1 to max skeletons, also 4% attack speed and 1 evasion. Sorry, 4%, 12% evasion, 4% attack speed, 1 to the max skeletons. I don't know if I need... I'd be replacing the evasion ring in order to get it, and the evasion ring is giving me 7% of my evasion, so I wouldn't end up with 25% evasion. I'm not dodging every 4th attack. Yeah, I don't think that's worth. I'm very much hoping to get some good gear eventually. Summon quality of a 26%, as well as some higher attack speed and skeleton level. That's good enough for me. I mean, it's good enough to replace. It's not good. Good enough. Battlefields. Do I still put battlefields down? I reckon so. Another vampire mansion, 2 thickets. I mean, the thickets are kind of obvious as to where they need to be. And then the swamps, just anywhere near vampire mansion still. That's the best third position for one. As for the vamp mansion, so this covers 3 spaces that we'd previously left uncovered. This also covers way more than that. These bridge tiles are where we do our combats against the fishmen. So we're not going to have swamps there. So I probably don't want vampire mansions up at the very end of this. Good general stats if I wasn't already at 150% attack speed. Just a bit lackluster otherwise. So I can curve that down to there and then up and around that, so that can be a thicket. There's our first abandon, so we got another vampire mage. Way better equipment again, but again, better in quality in terms of what the game considers better. Not better in terms of better. Please, no regen. A grimoire of a higher level with some extra attack speed. I'll take that over the quality there, I think. It's a high enough leap. I suppose the skellies don't benefit from the attack speed. They don't get the attack speed from the thicket. I don't think they get our attack speed as a hero. As in the things that are on our pieces of equipment here. I don't think those propagate. Another Oblivion. Do I want to put that down? I mean, if I want more metamorphosis, right? Actually, it's the Orb of Evolution, apparently. I want to try, but then I have to give up the Oblivion already. No, I'll hold. I was gonna try and do like a miniature version of the mountain strat, destroy the town and then place the suburb, immediately turning it into a town. Bottom side of this. But it's actually probably significantly better served as fuel. Another vamp match. That one will finally cover basically the rest of the terrain for us. Forest Oblivion, Suburbs, and Book. Absurd how high tier this gear is, yet still not better than anything I'm using. Absolutely wild. Do I want another bookery yet? Absolutely. Always. Yes. 100%. Ghost of a Ghost? Can we get another Ghost of Ghost of Ghost of Ghost? We did! Oh my god, we got Arsenal again. We got another Prime Matter. Prime Matter dropped an Arsenal for us. Reduces item quality by 15%. But it does give us the additional slot. Oh, that's going to be a difficult one to weigh up. Can I put the Arsenal down? Unlocks an additional equipment slot, reduces item quality by 15%. The only problem is that last time I took one of these, I basically never saw anything again that was like really slapping. I've got one really good ring, but I have to replace it because it has regen. This has even more regen. Why? Let's do it. I think it is good. It's just... I really wish I had everything else with a good, like, best-in-slot kind of item right now, and then I could do it. That would be nice. But I can't hold it in hand for long, obviously. It'll get refreshed by the bookery. I haven't had another village question mark spawn. A shield of summon quality, I guess, is going to be good enough. So this is going to loop, because I don't want to trigger that battlefield. So this is going to loop there. Which means this can be a thicket. Perfect. Actually allow me to use the Oblivion. This thicket doing ridiculous work. 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, for a total of 10% to the hero's attack speed just from that thicket. That is more than almost any piece of equipment for this character will ever give you. Another battlefield. I mean, I could put another battlefield there. Actually, that's a pretty good position for it. I can't believe I still have one of the skeletons from the start of the loop. It seems unlikely. Notebook goes there. Suburbs thicket. That thicket's happy to go in that position as well. Feels like leveling is better on this class than relying on gears. Yeah, because it feels like you can attain the base level that you need with the levels more than you can do it with the gear consistently. I've had a couple of runs with the necromancer where it's just been like, I didn't get any gear. Oh, the low quality hurts though. The rivers are all incredible. I need higher skeleton level pretty soon, I think. Yeah, it's this, like a level 7 piece of equipment. Oh, I have leveled up, right. A level 7 piece of equipment is giving 18% to summon quality. That's worse than a level 1 piece usually ever gives. I'm gonna go second thought, and I'm gonna try and get one of the scaling pieces. Yeah, there's not that many more loops left. This is a bit daft, I think, but I'll do it. Field practice. 0.25 to the level as we loop. Do I need another vamp match? Only really for this space and then that space. That's fine. We can do this. In front of the battlefield. This? I mean, that tends to do a shipwreck immediately again, unfortunately. This has 3 combat tiles within its placement. Yeah, Suburbs really does feel like it's just right for this character. Kind of made for them, you know? Not that it was, but it feels like it. Another bouclier all the way over here at the end. Can even do another one basically directly next to it. Ultimately, I want to loop around things consistently, I guess. One space over. No, that's where I want the thicket to be. This goes here. That's the rest of this. Nothing needed. God, the quality of these is so bad. Yeah, this is a level 9 ring. It is significantly worse than a level 4 ring. It doesn't feel like the arsenal's reducing it by 15% in quality. It feels like it's just reducing it a lot more than that. To be generous, it seems like it's doing a lot more than that. Ghosts of Ghosts, please. Wait a second. If it'll let me destroy the Ancestral Crypt, will it let me destroy the arsenal? And if it does, will this equipment still stay locked in? Like, can I just get a permanent 14 defense and 18% summon quality and just check out? I would probably do it after the shield gives us a max skeleton, to be clear, but... Oh? This is about as good as the rings get. Plus 1 max skeleton, 3 defense, skeleton level up. Unfortunately, still not good. Summon quality as well as earth. Significantly lower summon level there. Oh! Max skeletons and summon quality on the amulet. That's huge. Finally. The river and swamp. Basically anywhere. I think we can kill the boss and take this one home. Ultimately, it looks like it's going to be up to us whether or not I think it can push through to that. I would like... man. How much better does my equipment really need to get before we can do that? Maybe I kind of just try and force the end, play everything good. Even more rivers to put out there. Another level 9, skeleton level is some quality in skeleton. No, none of them, unfortunately. That's a shield of attack speed as well as another max skeleton. I think I take that. The rivers can continue to loop a little up here. I may end up just putting forests next to them if I want to try and end this before this run ends. Before this loop ends, that is. That's seeming like the best idea. Oh, if you only gave me stuff that I can put down, I would always put it down, game. There has to be. There has to be enough space. More forest. Max skeletons and summon quality. And then a max skeletons on the grimoire as well as a higher level. Huge. Incredible pickups. Suddenly really good. Some quality again there. No, not a ring of defense and max skeletons. Perfect. I haven't been able to watch too much of this game, but I am interested in playing it. Any tips for first-time players? Experiment. The run right before this run clearly very, very good. The one right before this was basically just experimentation for what would possibly work. And now we're capitalizing upon it. So, experimentation. It is a ridiculous buff to your next run. Oh my god. Oh, if only, I thought that was defense. I thought that was max skeletons 1, not defense 1. Oh well. Even more defense, max skeletons, but it's not summon quality, which I want. Sure, I'll transform that. Fine. I'm not going to be on this map for much longer. Goes there. Forest adjacencies, fine too. My breath is held as we go here into the boss fight. I intend to leave after the boss fight. Ideally, what I wanted was to get one of my early, well, not one of my early loops, but all of my early loops, all of my early, levels to give me the things that scale in our traits. Unfortunately, having not gotten those, I think I'm just going to take a comfortable run and make my way home. Good amount of metal material, a lot of what we need at the moment too for our upgrades. Let's stay. Well, well, well. What do we have here? What a clever dog, that's right. It's a small, naive, and incredibly dumb hero who's dying to get a bullet in his skull. And this bullet has been waiting for too long already. Yes, touche. Tell me, is it true that God is the one destroying the world? One very persistent zealot told me that absurd story earlier. I'd like to hear your version. She really said something like that? Zealots have to be wrong and believe their own fables, though. Or they wouldn't be zealots, am I right? So you're saying it's not true, then? I knew it. Well, she's riding away. Tell me, do you think it's possible for a god to die? What? You don't mean... It's a rhetorical question. I don't know. In the end, it turns out it's both possible and not. And, well, you can see what became of it. Just don't think he's dying right now together with his own creation. He's quite conscious, rational, almighty, and just. You know, as a god should be. He's not the god he used to be. So God is dead and not dead. How can that be? And why did he allow this cataclysm to happen if he's still rational? That's a good question. Shall we discuss it properly? Oh, wait, no, sorry, we won't. I'm still here to kill you, remember? Don't mistake my manners for a friendly chat. Now, what does a hunter say before his hound tears out someone's throat? Sick him! My god, we shred them. With ease. With absolute ease. Hell, you can get lucky once, but twice. Well, you know, everyone has their limits. Shut up! I devour universes whole, why can't I do it now? Are you connected to him? Is it his influence that won't allow me to purge you from existence? That sounds... familiar? A dead sorcerer with a halo told me something like that. I see. Old man got it right away. Well, that's expected from old Omicron. Tell me, what is this connection? What does it mean? Know this. You're not immortal. Death will find you. My bullet, someone else's magical weapon, old age, something will get you. You have a chance. But you won't get to use it. Never. There's no outcome in which you'll succeed, and even if there is, I must kill you, or everything will be done in vain. And I've killed, everyone I've killed would not be game, but just victims of my cowardice. Then you should hurry before it's too late. When all of this is over, you won't be able to help your master anymore. Hunter's Mark. After killing an enemy, your next attack will deal 2x loot damage. None of these are specific. I'm going to take the resource allotment, actually. And then retreat. I know I could have pushed that one further, but what I want to do for the run where the necromancer does that and pushes it further is the run where they get something scaling early on, and then we can just rely super heavily on having our stats effectively accounted for us. We do have the ability to upgrade the canteen again. Also the mud hut. Even the smithy unlocks the Smither's Forge card and allows you to start expeditions with basic gear for any class. Love it. I think that's a huge upgrade for us, and it's entirely off the back of all of the stable metal that we managed to bring back.
Blasted be me furnace! I used to just be a cabin boy on an all-up deck, and now I'm a bona fide captain of a battlesmithing battleship. Yeah! Ha ha! Now it's my turn to keep this furnace downwind. You can expect plenty of deliveries from my fiery harbour. I swear on me tongues. From now on, your cargo will be full of weapons whenever you embark on a new expedition.